yet. I am a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are going to be checking in on your chakras. So just doing a chakra checkup, making sure everything is okay, moving the energy, or bringing forth any messages that you need in the moment. So if you're new to the community, welcome babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. If you're coming back, kisses, kisses, kisses. Mama loves you. So when we start our practice off, we start off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to just hold the space and root us down in our individual healing experience. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, mad at you. Got it. So just breathe in here as we work through this energy and we just set and hold the space. So just relax, okay? Relax into this. Take a couple deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing and letting it go. Finding peace and balance here. Okay, breathe in here. Good job. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, good job. So let's start at that crown chakra, okay? And let's just see what's going on here. And so I'm going to do some Reiki symbols. Okay, so just going to see how that is. Just breathe in and out as you normally would do. And just relax into the space. So let me just see with the crown. See if there's any messages that is coming across to hold the space. Breathing in. It's almost like a wave. It's like this wave of energy, kind of like the waves crashing up on a beach. You know, you ever sit on the sand and you have your feet that's just like in the sand and the waves just and then come back down and come back down. That's what's going on in the crown. We'll get into some deeper messages later, but we'll take what we can get right now, okay? Bringing it down to the third eye and just cleansing. Gonna go in with some Reiki symbols, specifically Reiki, some type of like emotional thing. Some type of emotional something. It's giving me like nervous system vibes, like the way that you relate to the world strongly is based off of the experiences that you've lived, and those experiences that you have lived have kind of primed or taught your nervous system to respond in a certain way to things. And so that's kind of like the shift. You want to move away from always feeling uneasy towards things that maybe you feel like shouldn't be uneasy stuff, if that makes sense. Put in the comment section if it made sense to you. So breathing through that, and I'm just gonna just smooth away first for that crown, and then for that third eye, that brow chakra, and just So make peace with that right there in the throat. So bringing that energy down, shifting, smoothing, balancing, releasing and letting go. Just let it go. Let go of any kind of need to know how it's gonna turn out before it, is ready to reveal itself. Just live in this space of relaxation. We all need to take a nap. We all need to go to sleep. So there's times where the voice can be quiet and just rest in patience and understanding when it comes to yourself. Going to your heart now, opening and expanding, exhaling, pushing through. Again, opening and expanding, exhale and pushing through, opening and expanding, pushing through, opening and expanding. It's like you want to expand, but you're like afraid. Is it safe? Is it safe to expand out here? Like, is it okay? Both in the global issues that have popped up as well as individual issues. It's like, is it safe to push yourself into a new space? Yes, the answer is yes. Just go in the direction that you need to go in, and you will always be protected in that direction. But it is completely natural and normal to feel a little bit of apprehension of like, in that area. And it's almost like the energy of the heart is thick. It's thick, and what that represents is a lot of dreams, a lot of goals, a lot of longings and desires and initiatives that haven't been able to be lived out yet. And so it's thick, it wants to, but then like the mind's eye and the brain is like, is this smart? Is this smart? Is this smart? It could be a little bit even of the ego, of like the ego wanting to be right, but the ego is always primed based off of your current situation. So if you're sad, you're gonna think things are gonna still be sad. If you're happy, you're gonna think things are always gonna be instead of just taking a step back and looking at it from the big picture of like, I still got that childlike energy. Oh, that's so beautiful. I think as adults, sometimes if you don't have creative outlets, you kind of lose that energy, and then you kind of super focus on relationships as places to work through, like getting what you need. But like, I think just having fun with yourself, like, are you able to go out into the world and just have a fun moment with yourself, regardless of where you're going, or just saying like, I want to go do this today, so you go and you do that. You know, like, it's like the universe is pulling you and telling you, like, do it, just do it, doesn't matter, just go have fun, go have fun. You'll meet the right people there, it'll work out, just go and have fun. So that's that energy that's being felt in that solar plexus. Moving it and relaxing it, and moving it and relaxing it, and bringing it down to the sacral. Just brings me smiles here, and just working through that energy there. Okay, and so I'll keep my hand up to hold the space while the other hand does the work, because this is kind of the point of pushing out, and this is the point of reception, and so being able to balance both at the same time is really important. But the sacral gave me like a smile on my face, and also channeling messages for the collective. It's, if you have been called into this space purposefully, it is because we are all experiencing things on a certain level. And so if it resonates